Expedition Overland to discuss the upcoming season and a little bit about the X-Venture trailer. Welcome, you guys. Thanks for coming.
Thanks.
So, explain to me how important the trailer is in your quest to find adventure.
We find that the trailer is just a crucial piece to the expedition. With the loads that we carry for the production, all the gear that we pack for the time that we're on the road, and it saves. It's better than just carrying a third vehicle or driving a third vehicle, just because it's less stress on drivers, less stress on the whole crew in general, having to deal with a third car and just the mechanics if something fails.
Right.
There's a lot less moving parts in the trailer, so.
The trailer to us, pulling a trailer is like a third member of the fleet.
Not the family.
Of the fleet, yeah. It's more technical if you say fleet.
Okay.
But yeah, we instead of taking a third vehicle, running a third engine with all of those, the
gas,
the
drivers,
the failure points and all that stuff. Towing a trailer is just so much simpler. It's a simple solution to haul things. So the trailer is a pivotal part to our expeditions.
So, if you can talk about that a little. I know you've had some mechanical challenges on the trail with the vehicles. How did the trailer do as far as the ruggedness and how did it hold up?
Sure. Well, we've been through several revisions of this trailer,
right.
And we ended up towing the closest version to the XV2 with no problems whatsoever.
No mechanical issues?
No mechanical issues.
That's great to hear.
Other than prototype things that, what we were meant to go check out.
Mm-hmm.
But no major mechanical issues.
Great.
We've dragged that thing through just about everything. Mud, rocks, everything.
Snow.
Yep.
Yeah,
she
water.
keeps pulling along.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
How much do you load it with? 500, 600 pounds, more than that?
I think the general loads are 600 to 800 pounds, somewhere
Yeah.
in there.
And how do you feel it rides?
It rides smooth overall. The first gen's definitely bounced around quite
Right.
a bit, and you guys done a lot of work on that,
Yeah.
which is definitely noticed. So,
Yeah.
Yeah, you've helped us develop the trailer. We appreciate that. How about moving into some of the new features of the trailer? I know we went from a pintle hitch to that tri-axis hitch that we use now, and how does that work for you? I know that was a big concern you guys had when you had the first trailer. Now we have that tri-axis hitch that pivots frontwards and sideways. And
Yeah. That is probably, when it comes to the occupant creature comforts of towing the trailer, moving away from the pintle hitch to the 3-axis hitch has probably been the best thing so far. You're on trails with those pintles. Pintles are great because they hook up fast.
Yeah.
But then once you're hooked up, you're just clunk, 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 clunk all the time, and it actually wears on you over time.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
just the noise of it will wear on you.
Yeah.
Besides the jostling of it. So.
Yeah.
Well, and you were saying earlier how it can keep you from hearing if something else is going wrong in your
Right.
vehicle, because we're constantly listening for our vehicles to making sure that they're running correctly. So if you're always hearing that clunk and you hear a new clunk, it's kind of like, well, was that the trailer or was that,
Yeah. So it gives you enough articulation as well.
Yeah, we actually just towed it in Moab. Did some film shooting with it in Moab, and it actually came up because the last time we had towed the X-Venture trailer in Moab was with the pintle hitch.
Okay.
So we were, Scott and I were like, this is amazing.
Yeah.
You don't hear
We
it.
don't even hear that thing back there,
Yeah.
So
Took it on fins and things.
Yeah. Great.
It was awesome.
so
Another change that you had asked us to do was the braking system. We had surge brakes on the first trailer.
Mm-hmm.
Now we have electric brakes, which enable you to control it from the inside. And
right.
how does that impact the usability, I guess?
When it comes to the brakes, especially in more extreme off-road conditions, say fins and things, having the ability to have your trailer hold you back while you're going over something with the inertia system, that never would activate the braking. So the tow vehicle was actually physically having to hold back the weight of the vehicle. And frankly, a lot of these vehicles are under brake. They don't have the power to hold a lot of that. So now with the new electric brakes, you can set those suckers up and almost drag it over if you have to, anchoring you.
So it
giving you
enhances
much more control.
the performance of your vehicle by
Yeah,
having
absolutely.
those. Okay, great.
And then when you're backing up and things like that, you don't run into weird hitches where it
inertia.
locks up for a second and then releases, Yeah, it's much more fluid system.
Because if you end up backing uphill with those brakes, sometimes the brakes activate on you, and you can't. You're fighting the hill and the brakes at the same time. So.
Yeah, and we also found that the electric brakes handle much better on slick roads. Because you have even control, instantaneous control of your braking with the tow vehicle versus having to stop and then the weight of the tow vehicle pushing into that and then activating with inertia systems. It's all at once. So, safer.
Excellent. Well, thank you. Some of the other changes we've made are the galley system. And that's something you guys are really going to take advantage of, I understand.
I'm so excited.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I can't wait.
it's honestly going to make a huge difference. Having a surface to cook on it as opposed to the back of the Tacoma or the Cruiser, something that we can keep cleaner, that's more efficient. Having the on-demand water system is going to save time, energy, money, even because of propane and heating costs in the system we had to use before.
So you just carted your water around in 5-gallon.
Oh, yeah.
We'd have to pull it out,
Yeah.
and then between the two of us, weight it, tip it,
It
and
would take two of us to
fill our pot, heat that up, pour the pot into 3 separate plastic tubs that we use for our wash system. It took forever. It took a lot of energy, a lot of time, and that also definitely slowed down production when we were having to have a meal made and cleaned up to pack up to keep moving.
Yeah,
So,
especially lunches, it was just easier a lot of times to be like, well, let's just grab a bar and keep going because we got to keep filming.
Right.
Because we knew the time it would take to prepare a full meal. But honestly, that's what you need. You're expending so much energy that the guys need to be fueled up, So
Yeah,
it's
I
gonna
imagine
help a lot.
improves morale a little when you have a nice meal for them.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah, you could just
As
watch
opposed
them
to a
like,
power
oh.
bar.
well, the other thing too is having a separate surface for cooking that is not right in front of the drawers.
Yeah.
Systems in the back of the vehicle is
Yeah,
huge
that was
because
huge.
we got to the point if we were going to make a meal, we would have to think ahead of everything we needed out of the drawers, lay it out on the back, and sure enough, it would never fail.
Yeah.
We would have this propane and the heater set up, and we'd be cooking the food, and we're like, we forgot the one thing that's in the back of the store, and we'd have to pull it forward while we were cooking a meal and get it back out, and we won't have to do that anymore.
Yeah,
Great.
it's going to be awesome.
It's going to be just so much smoother.
Yes.
There's nothing that is more impacting for the better on morale than good, proper food. It's like the number one morale booster. So the easier you can make that process, the better.
Good.
The other thing I've heard rumor of is I'm super excited about is the on-demand hot water.
Absolutely.
Oh my word!
You
Hot
can
shower.
empty the water tanks with hot water if you want.
Ooh.
That is just
Wow.
going to be so amazing.
Yeah.
I think for the first 2 weeks we didn't shower. It's just kind of like, we can keep going, because you're like, yeah, we're good. Yep, still good, But just to have that accessible, because it took obviously a lot to get all that set up, and
Right.
to just be able to have it on demand, even just to wash your hands at night.
Right. It's a
Cold.
cleanliness
Your feet,
issue
like,
as well.
It's going to be awesome. It sanitizes food, there's so much we can do with that.
Another key feature that we added for this year on the XV2 is the lockable hard cover. And
sweet.
how important is that going to be to you? I know you've said that the soft cover doesn't always keep things dry and the dust out, and this is a completely sealed unit, so I'm hoping that'll be what you need.
Well, I mean, just from a security standpoint, when we look at going, the possibilities of going into other countries, I mean, Alaska Yukon is still fairly safe in regards to security and things getting stolen and people just coming out of nowhere. But when we look at going into Central America, South America, that's going to be a whole different thing. I mean, your only security is a tarp that somebody can just take a knife to if they really want to. But with a secure hardtop, you can lock stuff in, and we can walk away and have a little peace with it. So,
Especially the dust factor, being on the dumpster, and just knowing whatever we put in the back of the trailer, you know, it's going to get covered, so you still need to have it kind of bomb-proof.
Yeah, so you keep your food in the trailer?
A lot of it, yeah.
That would be important.
All our dry
yeah.
food, our dry
Personal
boxes.
gear.
Yeah.
Yeah, your clothes.
Yeah.
And over thousands of miles, if it's not dust proof, it doesn't matter what bag it's in, it's going to get fine silty stuff in it
Yeah.
eventually.
Yeah.
And the other thing that's really cool about the hardtop is the ability to stow stuff on top.
Yeah.
A couple years ago, we were doing a trip in Idaho and wanted to carry some boats, and we ended up putting it on the soft top. It worked, but it wasn't ideal. And now we have the ability to put stuff on there and strap it down if we need it.
Yep.
And that's much better than putting it on a roof rack,
Right.
where you're
Yeah.
going to alter the center of gravity on your vehicle, which is a dangerous thing to do.
And just wind drag. Up
And
that
wind
high.
drag, yeah.
Well, you've been very instrumental in the development of this trailer. I know you had the very first prototype trailer, and it's come a long way thanks to your input. And going forward, what would you like to see on the trailer to develop it even further?
Well, as overlanders, I would like to see it always, if at all possible, always keep things lighter.
Right.
Lights are good. Area lighting at night, keeping camp simple. A few flips of switches and be able to operate at night without headlamps and things like that. Because we have the luxury of towing a vehicle or towing a trailer with a vehicle. You can expand on those luxuries and have it.
Yeah.
One of the big things that we wanted to see and develop on was a way to utilize the trailer for everyday life. And so we're very excited for the next rendition with the galley and the ability to have a water tank,
Right.
Versus running out of jerry.
We appreciate what you guys do for us and helping us develop our product to be the best it can be for everyone out there. So
It's been a blast.
yeah.
Thank
Yeah.
you. It's been awesome.
So looking forward, you just came off a good, successful 14 season. What do we have to look forward to for 2015?
Well, right now we're posing questions to our viewers. What would you like to see? Would you like us to go from the top of Montana to the Mexican border through various continental divide states and highlights? Or would you like us to go from Mexico to Panama? So that's kind of the posing question right now.
Yeah.
We're looking for feedback on that. And then we're in pre-production right now for that season. And look forward to shooting it as soon as possible.
Great. Thank you very much.
Yeah.
Thank you.